I no go grieve for anybody who tries to belittle where Liverpool was before Klopp came.
As for Jurgen Klopp's legacy, it is debatable. I don't think it is very straightforward. Has he been a success? Liverpool fans will say absolute yes.
Liverpool, I think the only reason why they see him as a legend, he put an end to a 30-year
wait for the title. All right, let's have a conversation about one subject that's really been big the whole of this week, and that is Jurgen Klopp's announcement that he's leaving Liverpool at the end of the season. Big deal, big announcement. And now the main conversation has shifted to who replaces Jurgen Klopp. As for Jurgen Klopp's legacy, it is debatable. I don't think it is very straightforward. Has he been a success? Liverpool fans will say absolute yes. There are other fans that will say one EPL trophy in 9 years. What is that? Like, what is that? One Champions League, one EPL title. So the rest of the 8 years, what was he doing? He was just playing or what? I didn't say that.
You are the one saying it, but you continue.
Said it's a fact.
I said some people.
He's won one EPL title. In what? 9 years. He has to win this one to make it 2 in 9.
Yeah, finish.
Is not good enough?
No, I
in the same period, another manager in Manchester has won how many?
Look, I think truth be told, he's not done anything extraordinary.
Hey!
He's turned Liverpool into, well, I can't say a winning team. One Champions League.
No, but you cool down.
Wait.
The numbers are not extraordinary.
What numbers?
But you can put context to it.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Context
Maybe
in
Liverpool
what sense?
to Liverpool. Okay, how are you looking at it from a general impact in the EP?
I'm looking at when he came,
Yes.
the players he met, his teams he's built,
Yes.
and how they have performed. At the end of the day, you are judged by the things you've won. It is what it is. Unless you are telling me that henceforth now, if you look at his pedigree, he's classified among the very best
Managers in
around.
the EPL ever, actually.
Exactly. But
with only one title.
Antonio Conte came to Chelsea for 2 years. He won the league, he won the FA Cup, he's gone.
Yes.
Maybe if he had stayed for 9 years, he would have won the champion. Who knows? Pep Guardiola has been at Man City for how many years? 8
He
years
came in
now.
2016, yeah?
Yeah, 2016. He's
So
won
this
how
is
many
8
league
year.
titles? He's won the Champions League.
Yeah.
He's won almost everything there. So at the end of the day, you want to compare and contrast. He's done well. But like I'm saying, it's not
But when you
extraordinary.
compare his achievements to the one who came around the same period,
time, somebody has done
it's underwhelming.
far better.
But did he
again,
have the same resources?
No, at the end of the day, it's not
Isn't
about-
that always the
Is it-
biggest argument?
You see, at the
That
end
he
of the
didn't
day,
have the same blank check like Pep
we
did.
will all not have the same blank check. We will all not have it. But at the end of the day, you have to go and perform. It's your job. Liverpool, I think the only reason why they see him as a legend, he put an end to a 30-year
Wait for the title.
for the title. If I'm a Liverpool fan and I've not seen them win the league for 30 years, and he comes and he does that, clearly without a doubt, I see him as a legend.
It's not just
Now?
that though.
Now?
Is it? Because he also turned Liverpool into
That's what I'm coming to.
proper giants again.
No, that's where I'm coming to now.
Yes.
Look, if you've turned them into a giant and they cannot win enough title, it will come down to that. Now, if you look at him and the sort of teams he's built, he himself, corner him and ask him, he will admit that
I have a
would
question.
thought-
I have a question though.
Mhm.
Since Pep came to the Premier League and lost that first season's title to Antonio Conte, since he won his first one, no other manager has won the title except Klopp.
And that is
No
not good
other
enough.
manager since Pep won his first title.
That is not
from
good
that time
enough.
till now.
That is not good enough. Klopp should have made sure he stopped that.
Why only him though?
We are talking, no.
There were
It's
other managers who
because-
came and couldn't even win the one.
It's because he has been there for 9 years.
Oh, what?
If you stayed somewhere for 9 years,
You said so. You're saying that if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer stayed for 9 years, he would have broken the
of course,
monopoly.
you can argue along that line. You can argue. Because Ole,
He finished second
he
once.
finished second once. You understand? So you could argue, okay, give him 9 years, like Klopp has been given. But at the end of the day, I think he's earned the right to be there for 9 years.
Yes.
But what I am saying is that his achievements are not over the all.
Okay, that's a fair argument. Two.
I think in terms of building teams, whoever comes in to replace him should envy the job he's done.
True.
In the sense that he'll be handing over a proper team. Because if you got Alisson at his age, Arnold, Robertson,
They have such great
Gomez,
depth, huh?
Look at the midfield he's given to them now. The youthfulness of that midfield, the
The
youthfulness
attack
of
is
the,
fearsome.
of the attack. He's handing over a proper football. And that is why Liverpool cannot get his successor wrong. They need to go in there and get somebody who believes in that model.
I would hire Steven Gerrard quick.
No, he comes nowhere close to that. He will not be able to handle it.
They have to repay his legendary status with a job.
I think
You cannot overlook the legend Gerrard.
That is right.
Everything
I
is,
am a
is
legend.
unfair.
And he has paid his dues.
Too
Opposing
much.
fans want Gerrard.
you see, at the end of the day, it is not what the opposing fans want.
No, true Liverpool fans want Gerrard.
Okay.
I'm a true Liverpool fan.
Thank you.
At heart. Yeah.
I think sincerely,
Mhm.
he's done a good job,
Of course.
but we shouldn't overly blow his trumpet.
Sicho, is that where you belong? You think that it's,
He's done a good job. But look,
yes, but it's not a great job.
of course, he's won 1 league title, 1 Champions League in 9 years. That is not every manager does. But if you look at the fact that he's had to compete with one person, you see, that his competition has been like Sir Alex Ferguson and Arsene Wenger.
Basically, before Jose came.
Before Fergie left, Wenger and the rest came. Before Jose came in and made it a 3-man. But in the case of this man, he's had a direct competitor.
No other team was competitive in that period except Liverpool.
Except
Yeah,
Liverpool. So that is why, look, if I'm competing with only you, come on, man. You cannot win 6 titles.
But to be
5
fair,
titles.
to be competing with Pep alone is something. No?
That's what I'm saying. It's
To
something.
be competitive
But if you look
against him for that long.
friend, if you look at the stats, the figures, why are we touting Pep to have done extremely well or extraordinary? It's because he's shown some dominance. Klopp at least should have wrapped up 2 or 3 leagues. That's why I'm saying that he has to win this one. Period.
Sicho,
His numbers are not incredible for the length of time
number
that
of
he's been at.
trophies.
The number
you
of
mean.
trophies has not been incredible. But the body of work he's done over the time is supremely incredible. And that is why when you mention the issue of budget, to be fair, Klopp has also spent a lot of money. He brought in Alisson, he wasn't cheap. He brought in Virgil van Dijk, wasn't cheap. Konate is in a cheap signing. Darwin Núñez isn't cheap.
But they said that all came from Coutinho's money.
Yeah, so
Which
Liverpool
is
have a
not
way of
finished
regenerating the Coutinho. No, the money is finished. That's why it's going.
The Coutinho money has finally
It's
finished.
finished.
Liverpool
That's why it's
Liverpool
because
fans.
he lived in the Coutinho Valley. Now.
Every transfer is from Coutinho money.
Don't mind them.
So to be fair,
That Coutinho money actually got finished when they bought Van Dijk and the goalkeeper. Finished. It got finished.
so he's had to. But again, the job that Pep had to do at City is completely different from the job Klopp had to do at Liverpool.
Mhm.
Because when Pep came to City, that was a team that already had the winning mentality, the winning culture. They were winning anyway.
But to be
Every
fair,
manager
he
before Pep
rebuilt
was.
it though. It's
No,
not the
He
same.
sacked everybody.
So there are two
He
things.
kept only Kevin
Yeah.
De Bruyne
The
and 1 or 2
team
people.
was winning, right? What Pep came into, because every manager who came before Pep was winning. In fact, the season before Pep came, they were in the semis in the Champions League. The
Yeah.
first time they had played under
Yeah,
Pellegrini.
And
Pellegrini won the league, he won caps. Mancini won caps, he won the league. Then Pep came. The difference between what Pellegrini did and what Mancini did, and to what Pep has done with City is the consistency in winning.
yes.
Because when you look at Mancini, when they won the season that followed, they tailed off.
Mhm.
Pellegrini, the same thing, they tailed off. But what Pep has gone on to do is that when they win, he has a way of getting them to win again.
Yeah.
So that is credit to Pep Guardiola.
And that's hard to do.
That is incredibly hard to do. However, for Klopp, when he came to Liverpool, they were not winning.
Facts.
They were not winning.
Facts.
So he now had to build a team and rebuild a culture of winning. And because at the time he didn't necessarily have the luxury to spend so big, he had to then improve players. So when you look at some of the signings he made, Wijnaldum was picked from a Newcastle team that had been relegated. Robertson was picked from a Hull team that had been relegated. He turned them into, at least
World
the time
beaters.
they played Liverpool, played it for Liverpool into world class. And so Wijnaldum and Robertson. When Vida came into Liverpool, he wasn't world class. He made him one. Mane and Salah were good players. He made them world class footballers. He came to meet Roberto Firmino and took his false nine game to another level. Henderson was an okay player. He made him a solid Premier League midfielder. Fabinho came to complement that. So when you look at the body of work that he has done with the Liverpool team, it is huge from where he picked the team from to where he's leaving them off. And now he's actually rebuilding another team that when he leaves, the next manager who comes will come and meet a group of players who are talented and good enough.
For those things, we credit him and
I
we
watched with
salute
envy
him for that.
Yeah.
the Liverpool team that beat Chelsea in midweek.
He's
I
doing
watched
yesterday.
with envy.
He's doing a
the
great job.
substitutions, the players he brought on
Yeah.
looked
Super.
much better than the ones
Who
who were
started it.
already winning.
He's doing a great job.
Oh God.
But there is no way any Liverpool fan will hear you out when you say Klopp underachieved.
Oh,
for
they
the
don't want to
years
hear
of the-
that.
And the reason is
They
simple.
don't want to hear
The
that.
reason is simple. No manager on planet Earth in 2024 connects with his fans
Better.
than Jurgen.
True.
So for the fans, it has not always been about the trophies they were winning or the trophy they didn't win. It's about what the club meant to the man Jurgen.
Yeah.
And that is why they will love him forever. And that is why they will defend that even though he didn't win as many titles as Pep won, he meant so much to them and his achievements are more valuable than Pep winning everything he won with the charges that are coming with it.
It means more for Jurgen and Liverpool what Klopp has done
Yes.
than it would ever
Mean.
for the City. Let me put it this way. Klopp embodies
Yes.
the DNA
Or the Liverpool
and the
tradition.
soul. I've never seen a manager and a club be perfectly
perfect
made
marriage.
for each other.
Yeah,
Perfect.
perfect match.
It's perfect. And for Klopp, listen, 3 Champions League finals, winning just one, it doesn't look good on him. Competing against the same manager in Pep Guardiola over and over and over again.
And not
winning
finding ways
it-
to beat him.
winning it once and at times losing it with 1 point doesn't look good on him. People say that, oh, they lost it by 1 point. That was so close. No,
But you've lost.
you still lost. It means you could have also, it means, and all the time that they've lost it by 1 point, it was City who had to come and overtake them.
Yeah, that's true.
So
So
he
go on
hasn't-
some crazy winning
He
run.
hasn't looked, and when Klopp came to Liverpool, he had a little bit of arrogance about the respect he had for the cup games. So it was until the recent
wasn't
years
winning
that,
them,
that
yeah.
you took, no, he wasn't even taking it serious.
Yeah.
It was until recently that he realized that those count. So he started trying to win them. And look, he's won the Carabao, he's won the
He's
FA
in
Cup
the
with them.
Carabao Cup final.
Carabao
I
Cup
think he'll
final
beat
now.
Chelsea.
And I think he's favorite to win
I say he'll beat
against Chelsea. Look
at
at
the
your
Man
face
City.
doesn't matter. It's a fact. That look on your face counts for nothing. So friends, listen. From the neutral point of view, I think Klopp could have done more.
Yeah.
I
I
genuinely think
I
three
agree.
Champions,
That's
three
a fair-
Champions League finals.
That's a fair. It's a
I
fair
agree,
point.
I
It's a
agree.
fair
I
point.
think he could have done more.
It's a fair point.
And to win only one league in what 9 years,
He has to make it at least
irre-
2 in 9.
irrespective of the teams that the Pep Guardiola team that he came up against, at least 2, at least
Yeah.
3 more respectable. But listen, as for the bond and the belief he's brought back to the club, you
and
can't.
the build
The
that he's done.
way he improved players, the way he turned players from average or normal or good players to world class
and
footballers.
then on top of it
Jurgen.
all, the net spend.
Coutinho won.
Liverpool fans,
Yeah.
nobody likes net spend
Let's spend and
than Liverpool
but
fans.
he's managed it well.
Yeah,
Because
of
imagine
course.
if he improved Trent, you would have to buy a world class right
Thank
back.
you. And Daniki.
No offense, Charlie. I can't believe I'm the one going to defend Klopp.
No, you have to.
No, but you see, for me, especially with this job,
Yeah.
it's taught me to be able to kill my sentiments and emotions. When I look at the job that Klopp has done for Liverpool, I think it would be very unfair for anybody to say he should have.
Or could have.
Could have, yes, but he should have will be very unfair. Now, consider where he took the club from. And for me, I will not I will not understand. I will not allow anybody to try.
No grief for anybody.
I no go grief for anybody who tries to belittle where Liverpool was before Klopp came. Liverpool was a joke.
True story.
If you look at
Especially the season he took over.
look, if you look at the progression of the Premier League from 92, from around 2008, 2009, when the Manchester City money came, from 2010, when City started making the Champions League, there was a new top four in England.
Yeah.
Man United, Chelsea, Arsenal was guaranteed. Man City took Liverpool's spot. Liverpool were not making Champions Leagues. In fact, if you remember, I think the season they bounced back into the Champions League, it came on that was the season they finished second.
Yeah.
So they had gone about
Brandon Rodgers
his nearly season. They had gone about the Gerrard Slip
2013.
season. Yeah. They had gone about 4 years without playing Champions League football. And that season was a surprise. That's what I need people to understand.
Rodgers
The
shocked
fact that
everyone.
Liverpool were second was a surprise to everybody. Had Liverpool won that league season, nobody would have understood how it happened. When Liverpool the following season went back down, for Liverpool fans, they were disappointed. But for the rest of Premier League fans, it was normal. Because we knew that second season was a fluke season. It wasn't like Liverpool were rebuilding or building something that we expected a certain
It was
level
as
of
far as
progress.
magic.
It was Suarez magic, and we knew it. So from an opposition fan point of view, from an onlooker, from an analyst point of view, that slump in Brendan Rodgers' final season wasn't a surprise. It was very much expected.
It was also
And then he
because
left.
they didn't invest the Suarez money well.
Look,
but
you
that's
can,
another
you can say what you want. Liverpool
They sound
were
like
not,
8
Look,
or 9 new players.
when you look
the
at
following
when you look at the
season.
space,
What
of
is
them-
wrong with you?
About 50% of them were for Southampton.
when you
Can you imagine?
that's cool.
Lambert, Klein.
But when you look at the space of 6 years, and out of 6 years, the team has made Champions League once, and then the following season they go back to finishing outside the Champions League spot.
Yeah, poor.
You can't say they didn't invest. That's who they were. It's as simple as that. That's who they were. It's like telling me Leicester should have finished in top 4 after they won the league. No, they went back to their factory settings. That's who they were. And Liverpool were that club. Yes, they had a big name, but nobody expected much from them. Nobody, even finishing in European places, Liverpool were celebrating when they finished in Europa League spots.
Mhm.
That's how poor the club had sunk.
Mhm.
Then Klopp came in. Now remember that Klopp took over, was it September or October? By February, he was in the Carabao Cup final.
Yeah, lost to Man City in
Man
penalties.
City, very much expected. In fact, most of us thought the City would dismiss them in 90 minutes.
Mhm.
That game went to penalties. Cool, a loss is a loss. At the end of that season, they were in the Europa League final.
Mhm.
Now, in a space of October to in about
May.
6-7 months,
Mhm.
Liverpool fans already started seeing themselves in a different light.
Yeah.
They were in 2 cup finals. Yes, they lost. But before Klopp, and for a very long time before Klopp, reaching finals wasn't something that they were used to. They had reached the 2012 Carabao Cup final,
No, FA Cup.
FA Cup final, where Chelsea beat them.
Mm.
Before that, they had to go all the way back to 2007 Champions League final. Before that, 2006 FA Cup final, then 2005. So between 2007 and when Klopp came, Liverpool had been to 1 cup final. And don't dismiss how a trend can become normal.
Mhm.
Look at Man United fans right now. When they are third, they are celebrating.
Mm.
And that's serious. United fans are third, they are happy. They are
What
celebrating.
is this famous saying by, was it Ryan Giggs? He says, losing can become like winning, in that it can become a habit.
It can become a habit.
Mm.
So don't dismiss it.
Yeah.
Between 2007 and when Klopp took over in 2015, Liverpool had been to 1 cup final, which they lost. Now Klopp comes in the space of 7 months, they've been to 2 cup finals.
That's a huge jump.
But I'll go back to his first press conference when he said he would change doubters into believers.
With 10 doubters into
And
this.
after 4 years, when he sits in front of them, they will be Premier League champions. If not, he will leave.
Mhm.
He said that on his first press
I remember.
as his first press conference.
I remember.
7 months later, they've been to 2 cup finals. Fine, they've lost. The following season qualifies them for top 4. That was when Mourinho was angry with the English press by saying that he that who had finished second, they were saying
We're
Klopp
not,
has a higher chance of winning the league than he that he has finished second. But people knew what they were talking about
They could see progress.
because they could see clear
Yeah.
progress.
But to be fair, Jose too was right, because the following season he won.
He didn't win the league.
That's 2015.
No.
He didn't win that time. He had come to Man U.
Man U.
Ah,
He
you
didn't
mean
win the
Man
league.
U? Okay.
He finished second with Man U.
With Man
Oh,
U.
that's
And Liverpool were tipped to be
Ah, yes,
finishing
yes,
higher
yes,
than
yes,
United.
yes, yes, yes. Okay, okay.
Now, That was second season. In fact, first full season, he qualifies them for top 4. Third full season, he takes them to a Champions League final.
Yeah.
They hadn't seen one since 2005.
That's
Since
true.
2007.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, they lost against Real Madrid, but not who they are losing to. Real Madrid, Champions League royalty. Add context. After 18 minutes, their star player Talisman is taken off injured. These things can affect, especially a team that is not
Shoulder
used to
lock.
being. Charlie, said Ramos, God will punish him. But it happens. That's cool. In that same season that they reached the Champions League final, they lost out in the league. 1 point. 1 point.
A league they should have won, wrapped up.
Oh yeah, you can say what you want to say.
But then he's been around for close to 4 years.
No, that's
already.
cool. You can say what you want to say.
4
But
years
when
is
you
a long
finish,
time.
4
So
years,
that one wasn't a surprise
I'll finish
anymore.
right now. I'll finish right now, and I'll start mentioning some people's names. Then you see that.
No, but at the end of the day-
No, in assessment, there's always an average. You use a certain level to
Yes, you
assess.
can also have 4 years, but what have you done with those 4
So
years?
he finishes and loses the league by 1 point. 1 pet. And that league, he finished with 97 points.
Yeah.
In any other Premier League season before, in any other season in European football, in the history of European football, if you had finished with 97 points, like you win.
He didn't win.
When whoever is planning their league season at the start of a campaign, and you look at if we win and we draw, we win and draw to reach 97, you are winning the league.
The previous season, Chelsea had won the league. Chelsea got what? 92 points?
92 points.
That became more or less.
No. It was the previous season, City had won with 100 points.
Yeah, 2018.
Yeah.
Mm.
But that was perfect.
Yes.
So if you can near perfection getting 97, quarter, you go win. That's cool. They didn't win. Following season, what I see that he hits 99 points, he wins the league. Ends their 30-year drought. And that was 4 years after he said, in 4 years, I'll sit here and I'll be a Premier League winner. If not, I'll leave. He's a man who honored his word. He showed proper progression and then he left. He didn't come and lie to them like a Tokureku that we are going to win the AFCON or we are going to win the. He told them that if you give me 4 years, I promise you I'll win the Premier League title. And he honored his word. He won the Premier League title. But before then, he had won Champions League. Back-to-back Champions League finals. He lost one and automatically returned them to the Champions League final and then won it.
Yeah.
And then went on to win a Premier League title. Then the following season again, competing with Man City, he finishes with 95 points and doesn't win the league.
Mm-hmm.
And in that one, it took a Man City scoring 3 goals in 9 minutes, was it 10 minutes, to turn that around.
That was one of the most dramatic last days I've ever
But
seen.
that's cool. He should have won. He's supposed to win. That's cool. When I finish, I'll start mentioning some people's names. Now, the season after, won 2 cups. Carabao Cup, FA Cup.
Beating Chelsea in the process, in both games.
Thomas Tuchel. He beat a Thomas Tuchel side. Now that Chelsea team had just won Champions League. We shipped them back-to-back finals, Carabao Cup, FA Cup. Now we are sitting here. Last season, he finished outside the top 4. The first time since he took over Liverpool in terms of full seasons that he missed out on top 4. First time he did that. We are sitting here today. He's top of the Premier League table. He's still in Europa League. He's still in the FA Cup. He's in Carabao Cup final.
Mm-hmm.
Now we are sitting here saying that, oh yeah, too, the numbers don't look like. If you put context to it, Boga, what
He's done
more
well.
can you ask? The Pep Guardiola that you are saying whatever. Since Pep started managing football in 2008, he has failed to win the league title 3 times. Mourinho,
3 different clubs.
with 3 different clubs. 3 times per 2008. We are in 2024.
Yeah.
Pep has failed to win a league title only 3 times.
In 3 different leagues with 3 different teams.
Mourinho,
Stop team.
Conte,
Conte.
and Klopp are the
Klopp.
only ones. Now, if you are competing with somebody like
And
this,
all
are
3
you,
of them want 1 each.
1 each. If you are,
So put the context to
no,
that.
I'm going to
too.
put context to it.
Yeah, the years.
If you are competing with somebody like this, and in terms of the competition, when it comes down to the fine margins, the years you went neck to neck, you did 95, you did 97, still didn't win.
There's not much they can
Who
ask
else
about.
has been able to compete with that man and win? Who? I'm telling you that apart from Klopp, only 2 managers in the history of football have gone toe-to-toe with Pep Guardiola and have won titles. And none of them won more than once. It was 1 pair, and then they surrendered to their boss.
Because Jose had 3
And-
years.
and- no,
Conte
and-
Conte had Conte had
Yeah,
1
it
year.
is.
No,
But
but
it
Conte,
was that
relax. Conte,
Mhm.
let me start with Jose. Jose came, he lost the first year, won the second year, The third year, he didn't even compete.
He was gone, yes.
He didn't compete in both.
Yes.
They sacked him.
Yes.
They knew he couldn't compete, so they sacked him. It's
Yes.
not, don't do like if he stayed, you win.
No, but if they sacked Klopp last
Relax.
season because they knew he couldn't compete, he wasn't finishing top 4.
No, that's different. Mourinho didn't go neck and neck like that with Klopp, with Pep. There's a difference. When Pep was at Barcelona, nobody pushed him like that. Apart from the year Mourinho won, Pep won the rest comfortably. When Conte came, and that was Pep's first season with Man City. After that, we win this comfortably. Even when Mourinho was there, he was bragging with the second. It was a 19-point difference. There's a difference between 19 and 1. So for you to lose a league title by 1 point, and it's not just 1 point. 1 point where you yourself have done 97 points.
It is like Clanton is glorifying the fact that
relax.
the man came second with 97
He's
points.
saying that it's contextual. Because even to be fair, even to add to your point, in that same period, Klopp made the Champions League final 3 times, won 1 before Pep.
Before Pep even won. Charlie, I don't want to forget this point. Before Pep
I don't
came to the
celebrate
league,
second place.
before Pep came to the league,
It doesn't matter if you got second.
the record points.
So let Daniel
Yes.
finish that
Before
point.
Pep came to the league, the record points for Premier League was 95 points.
Chelsea.
95. That was the record points for a Premier League campaign. So when Klopp, and that was just 2 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was
Yes,
just
I think 2-3 seasons
2-3
ago.
seasons before Pep came. Pep came, Klopp has done 95. Record equaled the former record. He didn't win. He has done 97. 2 more than the previous record. He didn't win.
Mhm.
Your Ferguson, your Wenger, you can't compare their rivalry to this. Because in terms of perfection, in terms of total dominance, consistency, and perfection throughout the season, none of them hit 95, 95, 95, 96.
So their
That
teams
time-
were not that
Their
good.
teams were
They're
not
not that dominant.
that dominant.
Yeah.
I won't say that.
That's
That's dominant.
the right adjective.
So there's a difference. And even them, even those people, with what Cicho said, comparing the team that Pep came to take over and the team that Klopp came to take over, nobody. You can't. This one is hindsight analysis. If you look at it and say, okay, then he should have. If you look at where there was no guarantee. In football, no manager can come and tell you that, hey, we are going there, we are going. That's why we call Ketukuku a liar. He can't come and tell us that you go and tell Nanado that we win AFCON. So they
Give
give
us
money.
25 million.
We are going to win World Cup. Can you believe he said we're going to win World Cup? Then they'll give you 25 million. There are no guarantees. Pep is the only one who stood and made prediction that in 4 years, this Premier League title that you've been chasing for 30
You mean
years,
Klopp?
You mean, not Pep.
I'll get it for you. If I don't get it for you, that season I'll go.
So they are satisfied with the fact that he
You will
made
not
that
be
promise
satisfied.
and he's won it once
Man U
in
today,
9
when
years.
they finish third, they are celebrating. Arsenal, when they finish fifth, 8th second, they say progress. They are happy. Still no trophy. They are happy. Conte, he does first. He's crying for money. They don't give him. He finishes fifth. He cries. He
And
goes.
wins FA Cup though.
Wins FA Cup. This is 7 titles in 9 years. In fact, it's 8.5 because this season he's come to add. We're in February. So in a couple of weeks, it's 8 titles in 8 years. It's not 9 years. You people have been lying about. You've been adding an extra year.
9
to
seasons.
It's not 9 seasons.
9
It's
seasons.
8.5.
It's 9 seasons.
It's 8.5
No,
years.
but if you come in September, if you come in September,
It's 8.5.
look,
If you do the calculation,
Mathematically,
it's
No,
8.5.
Hada, go on with
So
your
in
8.5.
8.5 years, he's won 7 titles. In 2 weeks, that is 8 titles in 8.5 years. By end of the season, he's adding, Charlie, please mark this episode down. By end of the season, they are adding Europa. And or Premier League and your friend is saying FA Cup.
Kabaka, they won't be Chelsea.
That's why I said by in 2 weeks. Why? Which match is in 2 weeks? It's not it's guaranteed. Liverpool have won. Now, if
Hey, Chelsea,
if you are doing 9 years, 9 trophies, or 8 years, 8 trophies, where he's done basically a trophy every season, compared to what he did before, if you sit and you tell me that he should have done better, you are wicked.
Daniel, drop the mic.
look, the fact of the matter.
Daniel, drop the mic.
The fact of the
Drop
matter
the
is
mic.
the fact of the matter is you
The
cannot
fact of
be
the matter is
winning
drop the mic.
Carabao Cup and those things and
You don't go green.
as a legend. I mean,
You.
As for me, my point is, it doesn't matter if you finish with 100 points, 120
If you
points.
finish second, you finish second.
There's nothing to show.
That is the flow of the season. If you are good enough to finish with 97 points,
Show me
then
the tangible.
you should be
Show
good
me
enough.
the tangible.
You should be good enough to beat the team that finished with 98. And that is how good a team he had. and that is his caliber. I'm saying that even in those seasons, he was the one who lost the lead. He wasn't only chasing City. City came
Somebody
to
came
overtake
from
him.
behind and overtook him.
City overtook him.
So wait. So in other words, you're saying
He
that
pushed City. City didn't push him. City, you see,
When Mourinho pushed City, he finished 19 points
he
behind.
didn't push them.
When Mourinho pushed City, he finished 18 points behind. When Arteta pushed City, he finished 9 points behind. When Pep pushed City, he finished 1 point behind with 97 and
Mourinho
95.
didn't push City.
You go and push Pep.
Mourinho didn't push City.
Tell your coach to go and push Pep.
Mourinho, he didn't push City.
Go and push Pep and let's see.
He was never. There was never. Was there ever a point in that season that Mourinho was leading Man City?
Yes.
For maybe it will be a week, just a week or two.
Marseille 3.
You know,
Marseille 3 he was leading. Marseille 3.
Now look, let us say in Clanton's own
so you're
analysis,
saying that
Klopp is a legend of Liverpool.
yes.
He's not a legend.
No,
of
not just
Liverpool.
Liverpool, of the
He's
Premier
a
League.
Premier League legend.
So he's saying that
He's not a Premier League
Who have
legend.
won the Premier League once.
So Conte is a Premier League legend.
legend. Then what? Conte is a legend.
Conte is a Premier League legend.
Of course, why is he not a legend?
Also-
Pellegrini is a legend.
If you
Why
win
is he not a
once
legend?
you win a title, you're a Premier League
Mancini
legend.
is a legend.
How many managers have passed through and
No,
won?
that's a fair point. But I'm saying that winning
No,
one
do
Premier
the
League
math.
title.
How many managers have passed through and won?
Yeah.
Why I think winning is easy.
No,
so
Danike says one title makes you legend.
Okay.
That's
Oh
what
no,
he says.
I think it's
That's
point
what
is
he's
that
saying.
not many managers are winning it.
Yeah, but he says one title makes you
He's a
legend.
He's
He's
a
a
Premier
Liverpool
League
legend,
legend,
but-
it's where you rank. That's where we have a different conversation.
I mean, fair
My
point.
legend is a legend.
All right, guys.
Agreed.
I hope you enjoy that.
Go and tell Ten Hag that he should go and compete.
Errors
with
It's
come
okay,
to an
it's
end.
okay.
Errors
Yeah.
come to Iodine.
It's okay.
By the way, he's leading
He's just
2-0.
talking.
It's okay.
By the way, he's
It's
leading
big man.
2-0.
It's okay.
Oh, he's really 2-0.
It's okay.
At the end of the season, we'll meet him.
Danike, thank you.
Progress
Thank,
FC.
thank you, Danike. Thank you,
He
Sisho.
should go and win.
Thank you, Nimli. I enjoyed that episode. I hope you did as well. As usual, just like, subscribe, share. This is or has been another episode of Mallam Go Podcast. I'm Vento Tahir Vento, Daniel Cranting, Sichofe, Philip Atrim, and Coach Christopher Nimli.
Kete,
Numo.
Itwe,
Oh, Numo Aswadi. Anyway, guys, we're back again next week. Until then, cheers.